Hello, children of Bournemouth. I'm Nameless School of Ghost. We're here tonight rocking out at the Jägermeister tour.
Our Father, who art in hell, hallowed be thy name. Cursed be the sons and daughters of thy nemesis who are to pray. Thy kingdom come never.
Literally, we are a rock band. But to fully understand the conceptual aspects of it, I think you need to regard it as something in the twilight zone between theater and rock. More as a film, maybe. Sounds very pretentious, but that's basically what we do. Obviously, there's that's the thing that where people generally sort of misunderstand the concept of the band, because obviously the band as characters is an overtly satanic sect. That's the show, and there's a general misconception that just because you are a rock band, whatever is said within the confines of the show is something that you live and breathe and eat and sleep. And obviously everything that we are saying and that we're singing about comes from somewhere, and has just because we're saying that what we're doing is a show doesn't mean that everything that we're saying is something that is false. But obviously, being as inside the box orthodox satanic as the show sort of implies, that leaves very little intellectual room, and we as individuals and where everything comes from regarding ghost is obviously of a deeper meaning than we have chosen to throw steroids in and call ghost. But you can choose as a partaker of being a member of the crowd. You can choose if you want to take it literally or if you want to go deeper. And there's a little bit of everything. There's always two sides of every lyric in the song and the concept itself. We have said from day one that we wanted to make a big band out of this. So anybody who sort of didn't read that part, we cannot more than pity them. But I mean, we come from underground backgrounds ourselves. We understand completely what they're saying. We understand completely how it is to be a fan of a band that sells out, or that feels as they have betrayed their core fan. But I think that in our case, I think that it's then you haven't really paid attention to what we have been saying all along. It just happens to be that we began at one place and we got a few fans, and the type of fan that liked us then, some of them might be very protective of what they're liking and might find it discomforting when someone else takes a liking to what they're what they treasure. But I think that you basically betray them when you sell more than 500 records. So that's long gone, and I know several people who are typical gatekeepers in terms of sort of anal inside the box thinking, who still likes us and understands that we are doing exactly what we said from the beginning. We wanted to be a big theatrical rock band. If you want to be a theatrical rock band, you need to have a certain pull in order to pull off a show. I mean, we're not here to go backwards. Speak backwards maybe, but not walk backwards. The title of the album, Infestissimum, means the biggest threat. And the entire album, in one form or another, all the lyrics deal with how mankind relates to a presence of the devil and the Antichrist and just basically the pollution of a devilish presence. And historically, that has taken several forms, and that has been obviously in the shape of a goat and witches and all that, but generally it's actually about female form and sex. That's usually the thing that is most likely to be deemed as something satanic and that has a diabolical effect on males predominantly then. So basically it's a record filled from wall to wall with smut. The Jäger tour for us has been very successful so far because, again, falling back to what I said earlier about our intentions of creating a slightly more grand show. This is a great way for us to sort of flex our muscles in the bigger rooms and to a lot of people. And this is a pre-album tour. Our album is coming out after this, so obviously it is somewhat weird beginning and ending with songs that nobody ever heard, but that's a risk we're willing to take because we believe that with our last album available only, we have spent almost 2 years on the road playing the same 9 songs in every damn order you can in order to sound somewhat exciting. So we're just glad to be able to sort of do more and be able to sort of pull out a few cards that might not be totally expected. And regarding playing with bands that doesn't sound like us, we are totally fine, and we believe that what we are doing is different, not better or worse than anyone else, but we prefer to stay different from everything else. And if we were to live by the rule that we were just going to play with bands that we find somewhat to have things in common with us, whatever that might be, either image-wise or it's occult rock or whatever, that's not good for anybody. There's a lot of scenesters that believe that seeing 15 bands in a row that sounds the same is a good thing. I believe that totally diminishes all these 15 bands. So, and if we were to sort of shun away from playing with, deathcore bands, we wouldn't be able to play any festival. That's the contemporary thing. Deathcore, screamo, all that stuff. We don't listen to it. But we're invited to play these festivals, so why not? And it seems to be going well. So we are the sore thumb.